So, you're a little bit serious in terms of gaming on the go, and you're looking for a slightly more powerful gaming laptop, then potentially I have a great option for you in this powerful Acer Nitro 17 gaming laptop. We'll cover everything you need to know about this mini beast of a machine that comes in well under $2,000. So, let's crack on. Coming in at around $1,500, prices vary, we have the Nitro 17, and in particular this model, the Acer Nitro 17 i5 13H 4050. Okay, see the title down there. This one comes with an Intel Core i5 13th Gen GeForce RTX 4050. I have seen an i7 version, so don't get confused, and an AMD version, but this ain't that. Given the price range and the specs, this is not an entry-level gaming laptop here. I get that. You're spending, as I say, more than $1,000 here, $1,500 at least, so it's more of a considered purchase. So on that basis, I expect to see more of a punch when it comes to my gaming money, compared to the perfectly adequate entry-level Nitro 5, which I previously reviewed in a video you can see on the screen. That also had an i5, albeit a 12th Gen one, and an RTX 4050 card. But in terms of the Nitro 17, with this little silvery N there, it does pack some serious performance power. In terms, as I say, it's got the latest 13th Gen Core i5 and Nvidia's RTX 4050 graphics card, as I said, with 6 gigabits of dedicated memory. This hardware combo delivers incredibly smooth gameplay and high frame rates, even on demanding titles. The octa-core CPU clocks speed up to 4.7 GHz turbo for pretty impressive fast performance. In benchmark videos based on this combination of CPU and graphics cards, games like Diablo 4, Hogwarts work absolutely comfortably at these settings. The Last of Us, you're looking at medium settings for a comfortable, smooth experience around, say, 70 frames per second. All, of course, at 1920 1080p, which this screen comfortably delivers, of course. And even something like Cyberpunk, you can set the settings up to possibly high, I'd say, and it delivers close to 50 to 60 frames per second consistently, which at laptop level, for this screen, to be honest, is absolutely plenty. And once you've switched on DLSS and RTX on, etc., and all the gubbins you get with the Nvidia RTX 4050, you get that extra quality and frame rate on so many games. And remember, this has 165 Hz refresh rate. Based on benchmarks and testing of similar hardware, I'm going to put some of the estimated FPS ranges on the screen down here that you'd expect from this Acer Nitro 17th 13th Gen i5 and its RTX 4050 combined at that 1920 1080p resolution. As you see, you're getting Fortnite, especially on balance, you're getting way over 100 frames per second. Apex Legends, 120 frames per second. You know, Call of Duty, 60 to 80 FPS. And as I said, even Cyberpunk at 50 to 60 frames per second. So I say, check out the kind of rough estimates of what you get on kind of medium settings, medium to high settings for these games. So in the most popular multiplayer titles, as I said, like Fortnite, Apex Legends, Valorant, you'll comfortably get over 60 frames per second at medium settings for smooth competitive gameplay. More demanding single player games can run quite well if you stick it up to high, maybe 45 to 60 frames per second depending on the game. Gaming and creating content looks fantastic on this vibrant 17.3 inch screen. As I said, it is 1920 1080p IPS screen running at a smooth, as it says in the corner down here, 165 Hz refresh rate. The details kind of do really pop thanks to that high refresh rate and generous screen size. It's great to look at and it's great to game on. And as I said, in balance mode on competitive games like Fortnite and Valorant and Halo, that 165 Hz refresh rate really comes into its own for that smooth, fast, responsive gameplay. To complement the visuals, the Nitro 17 pumps out a deep cinematic audio through its built-in speakers, enhanced by that DTS:X technology. Again, I think you get the sound emanating from here, but also the fans. I think the speakers here and here. I'm not seeing any speaker grills on the side and stuff like that. Explosions boom, and you can hear enemies creeping up on you thanks to that spacious, immersive soundstage that DTSX technology kind of creates. But as ever, with all my reviews about these laptops, they're laptop speakers, so it's all relative. But the sound on this is pretty good, considering that it is a laptop. You'll still have a better experience playing with a decent gaming headset plugged into the 3.5mm jack. But if you want to give the ears a rest, then the audio is, well, it's pretty good for laptop speakers. I mean, it's not too bad. Design and build wise, this is a ragged chassis and it sports an eye-catching, aggressive gamer aesthetic. I mean, it's not too over the top in terms of that gamer aesthetic. You can see it's got its little Nitro N here, and then the kind of theme with these thin blue lines here, or purpley lines, N shape there. The rugged chassis sports an eye-catching aggressive gamer aesthetic with its sharp angles, an aluminium lid, although it does feel a bit plasticky, and it's weighing in at 3.25 kilograms. It still manages to be fairly portable, although can I say that in kind of quotes, because it's 3.25 kilograms. I mean, it's nearly a kilogram heavier than, say, a Nitro 5 here. That extra kilogram or so, you feel it, yeah? I think if you're taking that to work every day, you better start a bit of bodybuilding. I mean, I think it feels a bit too heavy, honestly, for a daily commute, put it that way. You've got your RGB, of course, your RGB backlit gaming keyboard. Of course you have. It's a gamer keyboard after all. And that adds that whole gaming vibe. And I say, it's sturdy and there's absolutely no flex in the chassis at all. It's a solid little beast. Speaking of the keyboard, of course, you know, it's comfortable to use with its decent key traveling. There's a reasonable bit of distance there. I mean, it's a laptop, you know, it's a membrane laptop keyboard after all, and the spacing's not too bad. And of course, it's got a number pad here, as you can see. Again, I don't know, for all you accountants out there, no, for that productivity, you know, in a way, I'd be quite happy not to have that number pad there, but I know some people do like it. I guess, you know, there's some games that kind of utilize it, but I prefer my gaming keyboards to be without the number pad, but at least it's there for those that need to do a bit of productivity or take it to work or use stuff like that. The backlighting on the keyboard can all be altered and different zones set up and different styles of that lighting thanks to the NitroSense software that comes with it. There's a little N key here that will call up the NitroSense software, which means you can change the kind of fan speeds and optimize the CPU and stuff like that, and change the color of the keys and all of that. Generally, I say it's fairly responsive for gaming and typing, but again, why have a number pad? You know, but that's just me. But as I say, as a productivity center, okay, I get that, that's fine. Connectivity wise, it's excellent. At the back, you've got the HDMI socket here. You've got two USB-C sockets with Thunderbolt 4. You've got three USB sockets, one on the side here, and then there's two over here, of course. One of those USB sockets are 3.2 Gen 2, and it comes with Intel's killer Wi-Fi 6. Intel Killer basically prioritizes your gaming over other activity that the computer might be doing. And so it maintains that consistency of the Wi-Fi signal, reserving that 5 gigahertz or 6 gigahertz if you're lucky enough, because it's got Wi-Fi 6 channel for gaming, and then anything else it will kind of send to the 2.4 gigahertz channel so that gaming remains consistent and you're not getting that drop in performance. But of course, gaming performance, how does it handle gaming? In testing with demanding titles, Halo Infinite, say for instance at high settings, gameplay stayed buttery smooth thanks to the power of DLSS 3. You can expect 60 plus FPS in most games by tweaking some settings. Fortnite ran at a blazing 140 plus FPS, even higher, absolutely comfortably. Enabling DLSS where supported can provide a nice FPS boost as well. Overall, the hardware can handle the latest AAA games at smooth frame rates, which is absolutely perfect for its 1920 by 1080p gaming. As I said, these start around £1,800. Again, I've seen this around £1,800. I've also seen it for less. And I think the Nitro 17 offers real good value for kind of a medium to sort of beginning to get to high-end gaming laptop, but at a reasonable price. And I think if you could pick up one for maybe 1,500 quid or less, or $1,500 or around that bit or a bit less, do it. The 13th gen Intel CPU and RTX 4050 GPU that combo does provide an outstanding performance to dominate games and create content. I mean, don't overdo it on the old DaVinci Resolve. It's a bit heavy as a sort of throw it in the bag and go on a regular basis, but it actually could act as your main PC. You know, you don't need a kind of desktop. You could use this as your desktop PC. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments down below. And of course, don't forget to hit the likes, because I like it, YouTube likes it, and it helps people like you find content just like this. And of course, if you're new to my channel, then do me the great honor. Why don't you hit that subscribe button, toggle that notification bell, and that way you'll know when I go live with content just like this. Talking of content just like this, why don't you check out these other videos I've done, of various gaming type videos over here. I think you'll enjoy them. Check them out. Thanks.